Hi, I'm Almie Rose of Apocalypstick coming to you with We Love Dates, and this is Lies People Tell on a First Date. Now, there are 5 main lies I can think of that people tell on first dates. Here they are, in no particular order. Their job. Something somebody might lie about on a first date or exaggerate about could be their job. For example, I would say that I am a writer instead of saying that I am a blogger because writer sounds just really neat and blogger sounds not as neat. Some people will flat out lie about their job and say that they have a job when they don't even have a job. So there's all different ways to lie, and lying about their occupation or about how much money they make is something that could be a problem in your date. Hobbies and interests. People tend to lie about their hobbies and/or interests. Example, someone might say that they're really into sports when they're not at all. Someone might say that they love indie music when in fact they listen to Britney Spears. There are all kinds of little lies we tell, and lying about hobbies and interests seems to be a big one. You want to connect with the person on your date, and you might want them to think you're cool, so you hold back what you really are into. Another thing that people might lie about on first dates are their goals or aspirations. For example, if you ask someone on a first date, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" you might get a bit of a fudged answer. In 5 years, I see myself drinking wine and watching Friends. Not exactly something I'd share on a first date. I'd probably say something like, "Oh, I see my business really taking off and I see myself with kids," or whatever, and I don't even want kids. But something about being asked questions like those make you want to really reach for the stars and say what you think the other person wants to hear rather than what you actually want. So the lesson here is don't ask someone on a first date, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" because that's a terrible question. And if you do, you might get a lie. This lie might be the biggest one of all, but personally, I think if you ask this question on a first date, you deserve to be lied to. And that question is, how old are you? Or what's your age? Everyone is probably going to lie about their age on a first date. And if they say that they don't, they're lying about lying. Because really, who wants to give their age on a first date? Or on any date, really? I mean, that's information that you don't need to know until later. And if you're rude enough to ask, I think you're rude enough to deserve to be lied to. And finally, the biggest lie you can tell might be about whether you want to see that person again or not. For example, if you had a terrible time but you say to them, "This was fun, we should do it again sometime," that might be the biggest lie you could tell on the whole date. If you really don't want to see someone again, don't tell them you're going to see them again. Tell them that you're sorry but you just didn't feel a romantic connection. Don't say "let's just be friends" if you don't want to be their friend, because that's another lie. So sometimes the biggest lie we can tell is about how we should end the date and proceed with our futures. I urge you to be honest. Don't tell someone that you'll see them again if you're not going to see them again, because that just hurts everybody, and it'll bite ya. And there you go, 5 lies people tell on first dates. So do your best, go out there on your date, and do not lie, unless you're asked about your age, in which case I say you can lie your face off, because that's just rude to ask. Again, I'm Almie Rose, and this has been fun. Let's do it again sometime. You.